Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Let's see in detail regarding forecasting, strategies for improvement in call centers. Let's begin with the foundation, strengthening historical data integrity. Accurate forecasts don't start with fancy models. They start with trustworthy data. Here are the key strategies. Standardize queue names, routing logic, and skill assignments. Consistency prevents data fragmentation and makes long-term trend tracking possible. Remove outliers, exclude outage days, system downtimes, or sudden spikes that don't represent true customer behavior. Maintain granular data, ideally at 15 or 30-minute intervals. This gives your WFM team precise visibility into intraday peaks and valleys. Tag your data with metadata, label campaigns, outages, or policy changes. This ensures your model understands why a volume shift occurred, not just that it did. Result? Cleaner data means fewer model distortions and far higher reliability in your forecasts. Remember, forecasting accuracy is never built at the model layer. It's built at the data integrity layer. Next, let's focus on one of the most overlooked but most powerful forecasting skills. Identifying and quantifying influencing factors. To create forecasts that truly reflect business reality, we must go beyond pure historical data and understand why volumes change. Here's how to do it step by step. Map internal factors, things within your control such as average handle time, shrinkage, product or process launches, and staffing changes. Include external drivers, public holidays, marketing campaigns, seasonality, and even macroeconomic events that shape customer behavior. Maintain a forecast factor register. This document records every expected driver and its estimated percentage impact on call, chat, or email volume. Review and adjust weekly. As marketing calendars, service updates, or external conditions evolve, your factor weights should evolve too. Result? Your forecast stops being a mechanical projection and starts reflecting the real operational context. A balance of data, business knowledge, and human insight. Remember, numbers tell you what happened. But influencing factors tell you why it happened and what will happen next. Now let's move into the analytical powerhouse of forecasting. Leveraging advanced statistical and AI models. Different business situations demand different modeling strengths. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. The right model depends on your data maturity, volume pattern, and volatility. Here's a quick model guide. Simple or weighted moving average. Perfect for short-term and stable demand, where past averages are reliable indicators of the near future. Exponential smoothing or Holt-Winters models. Ideal when you need to detect trends and seasonality in your call or chat volumes. ARIMA or SARIMA models. Best suited for mature datasets that show strong autocorrelation, meaning today's behavior depends on yesterday's pattern. Regression models. These work best in multi-factor environments where marketing, pricing, or campaign effects influence contact volume. Machine learning and AI models. Your go-to for complex, nonlinear, or high-frequency data where traditional methods can't capture dynamic shifts. Neural networks, gradient boosting, and profit models can learn patterns that humans might miss. Best practice. Run model comparison tests at least quarterly and select the model with the lowest MAPE, the mean absolute percentage error, for optimal accuracy. Remember, Forecasting maturity isn't about picking one model. It's about knowing when to switch, blend, or upgrade to match your business complexity. Let's now explore a powerful forecasting technique used by mature contact centers. Multi-level forecasting, also known as the top-down and bottom-up approach. This method combines both macro and micro perspectives to create a balanced, unified forecast. Here's how it works. Top-down forecast. Start from the big picture, use overall business trends, marketing calendars, and external drivers such as holidays or product launches. This gives you the strategic direction of demand. Bottom-up forecast. Then, build from the ground up, individual cues, skills, or channels. This captures operational realities like handle time, staffing patterns, and shrinkage behavior. Reconciliation step. Align both perspectives. If the top-down forecast predicts growth, but bottom-up data doesn't reflect it, recheck your assumptions. The goal is to create a unified, actionable operational forecast that everyone, from leadership to WFM, can rely on. Result? You achieve a balanced forecast that blends high-level business direction with real-world operational detail. Remember, top-down tells you where you're headed. Bottom-up tells you what it will take to get there. Together, they create forecasting precision and organizational alignment. Next, let's talk about one of the most powerful forecasting improvements. Rolling forecasts. Static forecasts, the ones built once a month or once a quarter, become outdated almost as soon as new data arrives. Customer behavior changes, marketing plans shift, and operations evolve. That's where rolling forecasting comes in. It's a living forecast, continuously updated as new data and actuals come in. Here's how to apply it. If your weekly actuals deviate by more than 5%, trigger an immediate reforecast for the upcoming weeks. This keeps your plans relevant and responsive. Result? You gain real-time agility, your forecast stays synchronized with market shifts, campaign outcomes, and operational trends. Remember, forecasting is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing conversation between data and reality. Rolling forecasts ensure that your decisions evolve at the same pace as your business. Now let's look at one of the most critical and often underestimated components of forecasting excellence: backtesting and error analytics. Forecasting is not just about predicting the future. It's about learning from the past. Here's how you do it effectively. Step 1. Calculate key accuracy metrics such as MAPE, mean absolute percentage error, WAPE, weighted absolute percentage error, and bias for every forecast period. These tell you how far off your predictions were and in which direction. Step 2. Identify recurring patterns in those errors. For example, you might discover that Mondays are consistently underforecasted, or that end-of-month volumes are always overestimated. Step 3. Use those insights to fine-tune your models. Adjust smoothing factors, update variable weights, or include missing influencing factors. Result? You achieve data-driven continuous improvement, turning every forecasting error into a learning opportunity. Remember, the best forecasters don't just predict better. They continuously analyze, adapt, and evolve their models for precision. Let's talk about one of the biggest multipliers of forecasting accuracy: cross-department collaboration. Forecasting is not just a workforce management activity. It's a shared organizational responsibility that connects marketing, operations, finance, and HR. Here's how to strengthen that collaboration. Schedule weekly forecast alignment calls across departments. This keeps everyone informed about campaign timing, hiring plans, and business priorities. Share key updates early. Marketing promotions, policy or pricing changes, and technology upgrades all impact demand, and early visibility helps WFM stay ahead of the curve. Establish feedback loops between real-time management and planning teams. When actuals deviate, root causes can be traced faster and fed back into the next forecast cycle. Result? Your forecast transforms from a standalone spreadsheet into an organization-wide intelligence system. A single source of truth that aligns people, processes, and performance. Now let's explore one of the most strategic forecasting practices: factor-based scenario planning. In today's dynamic environment, no forecast should ever be treated as absolute. That's why high-performing contact centers simulate what-if scenarios to test their readiness for change. Here's how it works. What if call volume rises by 20% after a campaign outperforms expectations? Can your staffing and systems handle the surge? What if average handle time drops by 10% due to new automation? How does that free up capacity, and what cost savings can be realized? What if absenteeism spikes during flu season or due to weather events? Do you have cross-trained backups or overtime strategies in place? By modeling these situations in advance, you stress test your staffing plans before the real-world impact hits. Result? You achieve proactive preparedness, not reactive firefighting. Ensuring service levels, costs, and customer experience remain stable even in volatile conditions. Remember, scenario planning doesn't predict the future. It prepares you to succeed under any version of it. Let's move into the most dynamic stage of forecasting excellence: integrating forecasting with real-time management. Forecasting doesn't end once the schedule is published. In fact, that's where real performance validation begins. To ensure ongoing accuracy and agility, follow these key strategies. Compare actuals versus forecasts in 15-minute or 30-minute intervals, not weekly or daily. This helps detect deviations early and take corrective actions fast. Trigger intraday reforecasting whenever deviation exceeds your defined threshold, typically around 10%. This ensures your staffing and queue strategies stay aligned with real-time reality. Feed back those intraday insights into the next week's model. Every variance, whether positive or negative, becomes a data point for improvement. Result? You establish a continuous learning loop between planning and execution, turning forecasting into a living, breathing process. One that evolves with every shift, every queue, and every customer behavior. Remember, forecasting and real-time management are two sides of the same coin. One predicts the future, the other ensures you're ready for it. Let's now discuss a game changer for forecasting efficiency and accuracy: investing in forecasting tools and automation. Manual spreadsheets may work in the early stages, but they quickly become a bottleneck when your operation scales. To achieve precision and speed, modern contact centers rely on advanced workforce management platforms, such as NICE, Verint, Calibrio, or Genesys WFM. Here's what these platforms bring to the table: built-in statistical forecasting engines that automatically select and apply the best fit models. AI-driven, self-learning algorithms that adapt to new data patterns and continuously improve accuracy. Real-time dashboards and variance alerts to flag deviations before they impact service levels. Deep system integration with CRM, ACD, and marketing platforms. ensuring every influencing factor is captured in your forecast. Result? You achieve faster forecasting cycles, higher accuracy, and reduced human bias, freeing your analysts to focus on strategy, not spreadsheets. Remember, technology doesn't replace human intelligence. It amplifies it, enabling forecasters to operate smarter, faster, and with greater confidence. Let's talk about the foundation that sustains long-term forecasting excellence. Forecasting skills and governance. Even the most advanced models and tools can fail without strong process discipline and skilled people behind them. That's why continuous capability building is essential. Here's how to strengthen both skills and governance within your organization. Train your WFM analysts in data science, predictive analytics, and AI concepts. This builds analytical confidence and sharpens judgment for interpreting model outputs. Document forecasting standards and standard operating procedures. Consistency across teams ensures that forecasts remain comparable and auditable. Maintain version control and audit trails. Every model change, assumption tweak, or override should be recorded for transparency and backtesting. Set accuracy targets as measurable KPIs, for example, keeping forecast deviation within 5% or less. Result? You build sustainable accuracy through process maturity, where forecasting evolves from an individual skill into an institutional capability. Remember, tools predict the numbers, but governance protects their integrity. Together, they make forecasting a true strategic asset. Let's now explore an essential element of modern workforce planning: multi-channel integration in forecasting. As contact centers evolve from voice-only to truly omni-channel environments, your forecasting process must evolve too. Today's customer doesn't just call, they chat, email, post on social, or interact through bots. Your forecast must unify all those touchpoints into one seamless demand view. Here's how to make that happen. Build channel-wise models first. Forecast voice, chat, email, and social volumes separately based on their unique behaviors. Then merge them into an overall contact demand plan. Track concurrency factors for chat and response time metrics for email. This ensures your staffing forecast reflects actual effort, not just interaction counts. Include bot deflection rates when calculating total contact load. AI self-service may reduce agent-assisted contacts, but it shifts complexity to higher-value interactions. Result? You achieve holistic forecasting that mirrors the real omnichannel reality, aligning resources to meet customers wherever they choose to connect. Remember, a true forecast of tomorrow must represent every channel your customers use today. Next, let's talk about maintaining long-term accuracy through forecast drift and bias monitoring. Even the best forecasting models can become stale over time. Patterns shift, markets evolve, and data dynamics change, and if we are not watching closely, our models start to drift away from reality. To prevent this, establish a forecast drift analysis dashboard that continuously checks for systematic bias. Here's what to look for. If you're consistently over-forecasting, it's a sign your trend factor may be too aggressive. You might need to reduce it to bring forecasts back in line with actuals. If you're consistently under-forecasting, look deeper for missing external drivers such as new campaigns, holidays, or channel shifts that your model hasn't yet captured. Result? You build a continuous self-correction mechanism, keeping your forecasts agile, balanced, and aligned with real-world changes. Remember, forecasting excellence isn't achieved once, it's maintained daily through vigilance, calibration, and curiosity. Let's move into the future of forecasting. AI-powered predictive and adaptive forecasting. Traditional models rely on static assumptions, but AI transforms forecasting into a living, learning intelligence system that evolves in real time. Here's how AI strengthens accuracy and responsiveness. Feature importance ranking. AI automatically learns which factors matter most. For example, how much impact a holiday, campaign, or price change really has on contact volume. Dynamic weighting. It continuously adjusts the influence of each driver week by week, ensuring that models stay tuned to current business realities. Self-learning models. These models refine themselves automatically as new data arrives, eliminating the need for manual recalibration. Real-time feedback loops. AI detects live anomalies such as sudden volume surges or AHT shifts, and recalibrates the forecast instantly to maintain alignment. Result? Forecasting evolves from static prediction to adaptive, real-time intelligence. It becomes proactive, not reactive, anticipating change before it happens rather than explaining it afterward. Remember, AI doesn't just make forecasts more accurate. It makes them alive, continuously learning, adapting, and improving. Let's conclude this module with one of the most strategic enablers of forecasting maturity: institutionalizing a forecast excellence framework. True forecasting excellence isn't just about great models. It's about creating a structured governance ecosystem that ensures consistency, accountability, and continuous improvement across the organization. Here's what your framework should include. Number 1. Data hygiene process. Maintain clean, tagged, and validated data at the most granular level. Remember, data integrity is the seed of forecast accuracy. Number 2. Model validation routine. Regularly compare multiple models, test parameters, and adopt the one with the lowest error rate. Validation keeps your forecasting engine sharp and unbiased. Number 3. Factor review cadence. Schedule weekly or bi-weekly reviews with operations, marketing, and finance to reassess influencing factors and their changing impact. Number 4. Error Analytics Dashboard. Visualize MAPE, bias, and drift trends to detect recurring blind spots and areas of improvement. And number 5. Continuous AI learning loop. Let AI automatically fine-tune models as new data flows in, ensuring forecasting stays real-time, adaptive, and resilient. The result? You build an institutional forecasting culture grounded in precision, accountability, and agility. Remember, forecasting excellence isn't a one-time project. It's a governance mindset, a culture where every forecast reflects data discipline, operational insight, and continuous learning. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways on forecasting strategies for improvement. Forecast improvement is achieved through a blend of better data, smarter models, and tighter feedback loops. Success lies not just in accurate prediction, but in adapting fast to variance. Artificial intelligence and automation amplify accuracy, but human judgment ensures context and meaning. Mature contact centers rely on rolling, factor-aware, and multi-channel forecasting methods to achieve operational excellence. And finally, continuous governance and collaboration transform forecasting from a technical task into a true strategic differentiator. Remember, forecasting excellence isn't about guessing the future. It's about building a system that learns, adapts, and leads with insight. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.